What is up, everybody? Good evening, good day, good Saturday to you. I hope, well, I don't know what to hope for you. I hope your temperature is perfect because it has been crazy here. 88 degrees one day, 32 degrees the next. We have been fighting the up and down temperatures here in Alabama. It has been ridiculous. And I know some of you have too, but we're here on more important stuff than the temperature today. We got a couple of boxes to hunt. I do need to update the donators. Martin Bowen has taken both boxes, and I will let me get him set up, and then I got something I got to address with my frame that goes around under my camera. So let me get that done too. All right, there we are. Good luck, Martin. And let me get these. Wires were flopping down in front of my monitor when I try to set things up for you guys, you know, when I'm hunting. When I'm here by myself, I get everything up out of the way, but I like to lower it. Hey there, Brian. Going to have a high. Oh, yeah, I know it. 40, 50 degree runs. That's crazy, Brian. That is crazy town. So, but I kind of lower it down so you can get a little better of the working platform during the stream. So we have a couple boxes to do. I'll tell you what, I have had a good week. Really a good month of February to the start of March. Not maybe so much with the box hunts, unfortunately, on stream, but I've done some personal boxes, and you guys will get to enjoy a little bit of that goodness today. I'm gonna go ahead and bump up all of the giveaways to 40%er. I found a pretty good stack of them over the last few boxes, and then I'm going to do a 90%er in the 100 lights. We ain't hit 100 lights in a long time, but I got a $30 coin sitting there in silver if we make it today. So that will be the giveaways today. We'll do them at the end of the stream like we've always been. And what else do we have to go? I'm going to probably do a auction next week. Working on some stuff today. I don't know who of you might be interested in the older currency, the coinage. I have an 1887 Fujio. I've had it for a while. I've decided I might try to let go of it. So I will show you the details. And if you're on my Discord page, I did post a picture earlier. So if you want to look this up and do some research, as you will, it will probably come up in the auction next week. It is a detailed grade VG8, corroded and scratched, but it is a Fujio scent, 1887, and there's the chain links on the back. So it's a pretty coin. I've had it for quite a while. I think I'm ready to get rid of it. So that will be coming up in the auction probably next week. It's not going to be cheap. I'll go ahead and warn you. There's very few of these that have been found and identified for this one, from what I can see, looking PCGS, Annex, you name it. So it will be pricey, but if you ever wanted to add a very rare scent to your collection, you could have a chance next weekend. So just wanted to get that out there a little early so y'all could start, you know, getting your house mortgage pushed through, and you know, all that little tedious stuff you have to do. So with that being said, Martin was said he might be busy this morning, so he went ahead and texted me. He wanted to start with double stack 2, and then when he gets to after this box, he'll make a choice whether he's going to flat boxes. I have flat box 1, 2, 3, and 4, and then I have these double stack boxes 1 and 2. A good pickup from the bank. And then, you know, I did videos on one of the boxes that I got last week. The week before, my bank had told me that they forgot to order. Said they would make up for it on the next order. And I was like, okay, no problem. I didn't make any kind of deal out of it. Well, I went back in to check this week, earlier last week, I guess, Monday, and they had 6 boxes there. So I'm like, lordy. I was a little bit prepared. I carried enough for 4 boxes, but I didn't have enough for 2. So I got those 4 flat boxes, and one of those was the one I did the rainy day video series on. That's sad, Lisa. I'm sorry. And so, so out of that one, I had that one really good box, and Kevin hunted a couple more. I think he might have found 140 in one of the other boxes, but out of those 6, that was all that was found. So you just never know how that silver runs. It can go crazy. But we're gonna get started on Martin's box. We'll get through it. If we blow through these really quick, and if there's anybody interested in another box, I will open it up and let y'all choose another. That looked a little silvery on the end, but it's low 125. So we're gonna get ahead and get going, I guess. I'm getting an error. I don't think it's anything. Y'all let me know if you see the wheel of death or anything. Slots working, everything, everybody happy. Everybody good? Yeah, I see slots is working. So we got booms. We got all the extra goodies going. And welcome back. I'm glad to be back. I had a good time at the show in Tennessee. I enjoyed seeing Morris, better known as Dad's Spare Change, at the show. But we had some weather coming in, and you know, it's one of those deals. I don't know how many of you enjoy going to shows or have been to shows, but you know, the general idea is that you kind of have your collection, and you and I almost forgot. I did it last time I streamed, and I've been feeling bad in my heart about it ever since. Good morning, Gabe Bowen. I love you, my friend, and I hope to see you one day soon. So I hope you're having a good day, Gabe. Thank you for being with us today. I forgot to call you out last week, 2 weeks ago. So that was my fault. I have felt bad about it ever since. So we're making up for it today, Gabe. Making up for it today. We're gonna find you some silver. I just have a feeling. Gabe picked this box. He said we will reevaluate after this one. So. Hey, JoJo, how are you? So JoJo is a new subscriber. JoJo is a friend of mine here in town that we've been going on some walks with, and really enjoying. She goes to the church that I go to, so I have really enjoyed getting to know and do some things with JoJo. So y'all say hi to her. Say hi, JoJo Roro. This is her first coin. This is her first coin hunt video to watch. First coin hunt video to watch. Oh, coffee's still good, still hot. Coffee is good. It's $65 for a box. Aaron, if you were asking, I may have one more box today, depending on how much we get through. I'm only planning on doing 2, and Martin Bowen bought both that I had available. But if these go quickly, Paul's coming on at 2. So if these go quickly and I can get ready for the next set, then we might sneak one more in. If we run into Paul a little bit, he doesn't mind, so I'm not super worried about that, but I wouldn't want to run way on over past 3. But since we got no auction today, I think we'll be good. I think we'll be good, but I'm doing $65 a box, and I am making a small change. I have debated about upping the guaranteed silver to a 90. And I'm going to be honest. I'm just going to be honest. For me, in my situation, to replace, okay, all right, Aaron, to replace 90%ers at over $500 a roll now, it's just not in my, I just can't make that work. But so what I am going to do is we've already got a guaranteed 40, and I'm going to have a guaranteed 40 for skunk prize. So if you don't find anything in the box, if it's a skunker, I'm going to add another 40. So that will be over $20 worth of silver that will come out of that box, regardless of what else is found. So that's what I'm going to do to spice it up a little bit. I just don't feel comfortable giving 90s that I don't think I'll ever be able to resource at a reasonable price. So let me know what y'all think about that. Let me know if that entices anybody to be a little more thoughtful about maybe buying a box on the weekend. If that makes if it even doesn't flip your radar at all, then I'd like to know that too. I would like to know that too. So anyway, got my grass cut yesterday for the first time. I got out. I was telling JoJo that I'm throwing tennis balls out to Angus, and I didn't catch them all when I was walking through. And man, it was like Wimbledon out there. About every 3 or 4 foot, my lawnmower would hit a tennis ball, and it would go flying all through the air. So. Oh yeah, I can see that, Michael. I can see that. I can see that. I got some 1 gram gold. You know, we might have to go back to the old style, do $250 a box for a 1 gram gold. Or a half gram gold, maybe. How you feel about that? $250 a box. You get to keep what's in the box and get a half gram of gold. Coffee is good. Coffee is life. I'm trying to be start my morning, you know, a little more easy. Because usually I get up, immediately get my coffee, and I go sit down and work on my Sunday school lesson. And then after that, I come straight in here and get on the computer. So I got my grass cut yesterday, and it's so nice out there, so I went out and sat for about 45 minutes with the dogs, just throwing toys and drinking coffee and eating my breakfast. And it was nice and cool, not too hot. You know, it was a nice morning. I enjoyed that. So I am starting out in a good frame of mind. I have silver on my mind because my mind is clear of clutter. We're going to find silver for Chicken Man Gabe here before we know it. I need to get to the other chitty chat. That's why I'm not seeing stuff good. Give me just a second to enlarge the chat on this other page so I can see everybody. So for those of you that are new to YouTube, if you're trying to get my attention, if you tag me by putting the @ sign and then typing my name, WalkerMagnet, then it will highlight it on the screen so that I can see it easier. So, because sometimes I miss comments and that people are trying to ask me a question. So that is the easiest way to get my attention. Of course, I've got these many lovely mods that watch the chat for me too, so that if I'm really super involved in finding Martin Silver and miss a comment, they are good to let me know. Been in the garden, eating good food, enjoying the nice weather. I'll tell you what, I think I might make that a regular thing, blistering barnacles. I'm planning on, right now, I was all ready to go. Well, that was a good box there. That was a good box, Copper Owl. I mean, 2 barber box. You can't get mad at that. I mean, that's up there with the 18/7 nickel box. You know, you're not going to do that every day. Not going to do that every day. For those of you that were with us in Tennessee, Morris, Dad Spare Change, and I went there, as you know, last weekend, and we talked to the guy. Some of you may remember that had the hobo nickels, and that's good, KJ. A lot of people with trees down and limbs and property problems from all these storms. But he had a Mint State 63, something like that. It may have been an AU, but I want to say it was a low Mint State 18/7 Buffalo nickel. And he wanted $35,000 for it. Correct me if I'm wrong there, Dad Spare Change. I seem to have that number stuck in my head, that he was trying to get $35,000 for that nickel. Now, we don't know exactly what he might have settled on the final price, but he did sell it. So if some of you were thinking about picking that up this coming fall, it's not going to be there. It might not have been. I was trying to remember. I can't. That number kept sticking in my head. I couldn't remember exactly. I know it was tens of thousands. It might not have been 3 tens of thousands. All right. Yep. I've been known to be wrong, so I'm not hesitant to bend to the whatever anybody thinks on that, but for some reason or another, that price stands in my head at $35,000 for that nickel. Are seeing some new coins in here, Martin, but they're 23s, 21s, 22, so it is a circulated bunch of coins. Even though it seems to have a bunch of new ones in it, they're not all one date. Thank you for that, JC. Got to send BH Ringer's package back. It came to me and something was wrong with the address. I sent it like a postcard. I haven't really had many problems doing that with them. And his half-ounce round came back, so got to try to remail that. I got a few things. I'm probably going to be a special spare time WalkerMagnet combo stream coming up in April. So we will be probably taking another Saturday off during that, and I may reappear in Northwest Arkansas for a weekend. Oh, well, yeah, thank you for verifying that, Shellbell. And so I looked that Fujio up, and a AU50 in that coin was big money, several $1,000s, I think $4,000 to $8,000 somewhere in that. So mine's a VG8, but it's still a nice coin. You don't find them. I think I was looking on the Annex site. I could only see that 6 had been graded, only 1 in that grade. Yeah, you ought to be getting close. That was a good video. Georgia Silver Hunter did a video, did a great job of shouting out everybody that had been at the show, helping out. We kind of had a group meeting at a side table over there, and he had brought a bag full of coins with him that he was thinking about getting graded with Annex. And so he pulled brain cells of myself, Martin Bowen, and Hunting Southwest Ohio, Rick, and we all sat down, kind of decided what he ought to send. And some of that stuff was really cool. And I would have never have thought that penny would have been that valuable. I found some of those pennies, and I really did not, good morning, Martin. I really did not consider them being a very highly collectible variety, but that 89 reverse on the 88, if you can find one in good condition, it's $100, a little over $100. You are welcome, Blistering Barnacles. You are welcome. We're going to try to start getting some cool stuff in the auction. Tough to do right now. I mean, it was real easy to do a pretty silver round or coins and stuff, when silver was so cheap. But man, it's a conscious decision now you have to go through to decide to buy a coin. It's a significant investment out of the old pocketbook just to pick up an ounce of silver now. Makes it a little tougher, but I got some Indian head pennies. I got some other odds and ends. I got a couple of old silver proof sets that I've had for a while. We may throw one of those in there. I've got some BU walkers. Let me highlight one of these for you. I saw Rob was doing some last night on his channel, and I was somewhat worried about mine, but after I saw what he was selling his for, I'm not so worried about mine anymore. And his were nice, but these are equally as nice as what he was selling, so I won't be ashamed to put these up to bid. So there is it's a 41 Denver Walking Liberty. This is pretty much an indicator of what the others are going to look like when I do bring them up, but they are absolutely beautiful walkers. You know I love a walker. Who don't love a walker? But I bought several of these while I was at the show, and I'm thinking they're going to be starting across the board pretty much at $60 or $65 a piece in the auction. So these will be coming up. I'll probably have 1 or 2 in the next auction, and then we'll go on from there. So if you're interested in mint state. I think these would easily make low mint state, somewhere in there. Then come and see us next weekend. We'll have at least one, maybe two. I got 41s, 43s, 44s, and 45s, and different mints that we'll be looking at. Well, it can be yours for the low, low price. 71D. Oops, wrong screen. Wrong screen. So I talked to Kevin, and he did say that he found a little bit like a 190. Well, I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 boxes and a bag of pennies. A couple of them have been opened, but they're all full boxes. I got 5 boxes of pennies and $700 worth of nickels right now. I've got to get on the nickels. I would be really willing to send you one if you want, Mike, or 2. Whatever you would like. I would be more than happy to send you a couple up there. Matter of fact, when I went last time to the post office, I went ahead and got some extra priority mail boxes, so I should be good to go. Okay, yeah, sure, absolutely. We can do the chat on that. Cause I'm glad you would like them, because I'm feeling guilty setting them over there, and I have to drum up interest to get over there and hunt them, and I am way behind on pennies. I've quit getting them from the bank. They still have them. I mean, I can still get fresh boxes, but I don't really want to be a contributor to the coin shortage, if you will. So I would not mind at all to get a couple of those into somebody's hands that might want to do that. Yeah, I got 2 that are not opened at all that I can send you fresh, unopened. And then I can, once I get some of those, taken care of, I may get a couple more boxes here or there just to have to keep some on the shelf in case somebody would like them. Yeah, no problem, Mike. I got you, brother. I got you. I got you. I had sent Stan Horn some too. I need to check with him and see if he's running out yet. I don't know if he was still able to get them or not. Haven't seen Stan in quite a while. I need to hit him up on Discord and see if he is still kicking around good. Hey, NC, how you doing, brother? Good to see you. Welcome in. Have a seat. Put your feet up. If it's cold where you are, put your feet up by the fire. If it's not cold, there's fans on the table. Angus will be by with cold drink shortly. Uh-oh. Silver Serpent coming in with a lightning bolt. He's fixing to say, we're fixing to strike silver. Fixing to strike silver. How you doing, Silver Serpent? Hey, Bud Fowl. Good evening to you, buddy. How are you? Got 47 people camped out in here on a beautiful Saturday morning. What are y'all doing inside on a beautiful Saturday morning? Watching WalkerMagnet. And I appreciate it. little windy here, a little crisp in there. It was, I think it got down into the 40s here last night. Bright skies though, no clouds. It was already warming up nicely by the time I got out for coffee this morning. Was warming up nicely by the time I got out for coffee. Started to bring the dogs in before I started the show, and I was like, nope, not that long. You guys can spend the morning outside. I made sure they had water. Hey, anonymous CG1BO, how you doing? Hey, Sean Leslie, welcome, welcome. Welcome, welcome. Yeah, we're going to try to shoot for 100 likes today. We haven't made it in a while. One of the coins I found in that box that I shared, I'm going to use for a giveaway. So we'll have 190%er sitting in one of the envelopes for 100 likes if we make it. If we make it, we've been doing well, and I don't know. I mean, I like my people, and so if we make it to 100 likes, that's fine. If I got 75 of you that like me enough to click the thumbs up, I'm happy with that also. Happy with that also. Because I know y'all like me the most. Especially Gabe. Gabe Bowen. Did you give me a like, Gabe? I bet you did. Thumbs up, Gabe. So we're still, there's our first find of the day. I got to redo the board anyway. Nobody reminded me to redo the board. Y'all know I can't chew gum and walk at the same time. How do y'all expect me to take care of all this stuff? One NIFC now. Alrighty. Come on, box. Show the goodness. Georgia Silverhunter did the unboxing on his annex returns, and I have to say I was not surprised on the DDO he sent in being, I think he got a 63 or something like on it. They just do not, I mean, give over a 64 on DDOs. It would just have to be a crazy coin for them to want to give you know, anything over 64 on a DDO. I have done 2 or 3 74D DDOs, and best I've ever been able to do was a 63. The next one was a 62. 72. $71. And another 71. Hey, Brian Robeson, Brian Jensen, how are y'all doing? I didn't go through the list this morning. Let me do that right quick. Make sure I haven't missed anybody to say hi to. I got a good list now, and I'll take a minute All right, I see Anonymous. How you doing? B.H. Ringer, Brian Jensen, Brian Robinson, Chicken Man Dan, Christopher Todd, Adspur Chain, Denmo, Eric A, JC Likes Pam, JoJo, Roro 83, Lisa D, Michael Erickson, Michael Rose, NC Prospectors, Sean Leslie, the Jolly Roger, Tom Thumb, and Valerie Bowen, and of course Gabe, my good friend Gabe. Everybody is in the house. All right, we're going to get back now. I usually do that at the beginning. Seemed like I was forgetting something when I was getting going today. So, back at it now. We are current. We are current. We got some lurkers and not chatters, but that's all right. That is okay. Come on, box. You can do something. Now, we're fixing to get to the bottom of the box. And historically, you know, we know. What do we know? We know silver being heavy, it floats to the bottom. So hopefully we'll make some headway when we get to the bottom. You can be a lurking chatter. Absolutely, Leslie. I mean, we take all kinds here. So we take everybody here. You can be a chatty lurker or a lurking chatter or whatever flips your dress up. Do it again. Barbers again. That was a sweet barber though, wasn't it? Jim, Jim said something like, he thought that was going to be a barber coming up or something like that the last week when we found those two barbers in a box. And it wasn't like 2 rows later, I saw a slick silver edge in a row, and everybody was thinking it was Walker. And man, I looked at it, I was like, boy, I don't know. That might be that barber that Jim Thompson was yelling about, and I'll be doggone if it wasn't. And then about 8 rows later, we found another one. So, whew, that was something else. Live on TV, live on YouTube too. It's not often enough that we find them, but to find them on a live stream is just extra goodness. And I'm going to have to go back and watch. I was watching that box, his return from Annex on Georgia Silver Hunter, and he found a seeded quarter in a row that he sent to have graded. And I might have to go back and see if I can find that video and watch it, because that was an awesome find. He found it live too. Well, you know, Jim, oh, that was you. That was the Seeded Liberty guy saying find a Seeded Liberty. I thought that was somebody else. I said, you know, we can't all be like Dad Spare Chain. Some of us have to be just regular folk. Says the guy that found an 18/7 nickel. I mean, you know, just saying. I'm just saying. Just stating the fact, ma'am. Just stating the facts, ma'am. All right, AG, how you doing, buddy? Scott H, I hope you are well. And we're in the bottom half of the box now, so we ought to for sure find 3 or 4 walkers down here. Rick found, oh, did he? That's nice, yeah. Well, like I said, I mean, I didn't say it was impossible. I said it's not very often that it happens, but it does happen. I'm glad to see I knew Rick had found a barber. I didn't remember that he found two. I might have nodded off on that one. I'm bad to do that sometimes on his streams at night. Get close to my bedtime. I got my feet up, dog in my lap, one eye open. An 18/7 walking. There you go. I found we found a 1917 Walker this week. It was crusty, but it was a beaut, I thought. Well, you're a good guy. You're a good boy, taking care of mom and mom-in-law. So my son's starting to learn how that goes. But he's okay with it. My son set a date to get married. Him and Sarah Beth are getting married next year, April the 10th, I believe, if I remember right. April the 10th, I will have a daughter-in-law. And they seem very happy together and well suited to each other, so I'm happy for them. I'm trying to get them to just get married in t-shorts and mooter shorts, though, instead of dressing up. I don't know if that's going to work. Probably won't go over well. Got 20 rows left, Martin. Are you thinking about box number 2, Martin? Are you thinking about box number 2? Are you going to stay in the dipping from the same well, or are you going to go to the other? You said, I'm going to wait and see what the rest of these rows do first. Oh yeah, now see, that would be cool. I could do that, flea bag. I could get all into that now. I could get into that. All right, AG, be careful out there. Alabama just didn't have enough last night to beat Ole Miss. Same old, same old. Lack of rebounding, poor ball handling, trying to let Phylon dig them out of the hole when he ran out of gas. Lost by 1 point. Whoop, Sean Leslie hit the slots. For those of you new in there, the slots are just games. My channel gives you points that you don't get anything aside from, unless you're Fleabag, that's been leading the charge now for about 3 years. But aside from the sense of having won some imaginary walkers, it's just a way to keep score with the game. So anybody that needs walkers, want to play any of the games, you are welcome. Fleabag is the, what, no prizes? We'll talk to your manager. Shell Bell. have a disgruntled customer on aisle 7? Yeah, that's what I thought you'd say. I'm not as think you dumb I am. I got some of the best, you know, high-level moderators, so I know who to call. Who you gonna call? Okay, John Bryan. Good to see you, buddy. I hope you are doing well. I know you are a busy man. A busy man. I'd like to, maybe next time you come through town, though, hit me up for lunch somewhere, why don't you? $71D. Making sure it wasn't my daddy calling. Yeah, Shell Bell, he had a complaint. He'd like to address the manager. Oh, wow. Said you have to give my wife half of my clad coinage. You're not going to give her divorce settlement in buckets of pennies, are you? $73D. Haven't found a $73 DDO in a while. 72. Alright, we're down to the last 10, Martin. Boo. That's all I can say about this box so far. 1 NIFC out of the whole box. 10 rows to go for silver. You just gonna make her an offer she can't refuse? $74D. Pa's spare time comes tripping in with 10 WalkerMagnet membership. AGI, Scott H, Sean Leslie, John Rogers, John Bryan, Eric A, Jeff Crumpler, Michael Rarecott, Coin Dude, Aaron Proctor, all in the house and members now. Thank you so much, Pa. Super generous of you, my friend. I appreciate it very much. And good luck with your hunt. You know, for those of you that didn't know, so number one, there's a medical update. If you haven't seen it online, I'll let Pa explain that to you. But Pa has been hunting for a long time, longer than I have. And, you know, I started off getting flat boxes, but I happened to find a bank that I could get double stack boxes from, because just seemed to be at the time, everywhere you looked, people that were hitting large boxes of silver, they were in the double stack. So everybody was interested in getting a double stack. Poor old Pa, slugging through 20 boxes a week out there in Arkansas, never a double stack to see. Well, ladies and gentlemen, he changed banks this week, and he got 6 double stack boxes. So Pa's spare time now has variety. He's getting both flat and double stack boxes. Will be interesting to see how the hunt goes from here on out. So congrats on that, Pa, and good luck with your hunt today. We're going to try to be out of your way. I may do 3 boxes depending on when the next box finishes up. But if I do, I shouldn't be in your way. I shouldn't overlap you but by a little bit. All right, my friend. All right. I appreciate you. I appreciate you. 74D. $72. Are they trying to let some of the inflammation die down before they try to get it aligned and set right, Pa? Or so that they can see how bad the break is better? I don't know. I bet Rhett could find more silver one-handed than I can with both. 5 rows to go, box. You have been just very disappointing, box. I had higher hopes since you took a week off on me, you know, and you come back again. I kind of thought you might feel a little sorry for me and bring a little something in with you, but so far you have been underperforming. Underperforming. Okay, good. Well, good. We'll be praying for that then. We'll be praying for no cast. Stay in the sling. Excuse me. Michael LaFew, what have you been up to? Hope you've been well. $71D. $72P. Take a look. Take a looky look. I've had a little cough since I had the flu. Pause spare time. I got the flu like a week or two before I went to the show, and it's better. I've got an inhaler that I'm supposed to hit once a day, but it flares up every now and then. It's not near as bad as it was previously, but every now and then it'll pop up, but it's livable now. It was super bad a week or two after I had the flu. They said that I never got tested for it. My daughter had went and they tested her. So I didn't see any point in them testing me to tell me what I already knew and then me having to pay copay for it. So I just stayed home and weathered the storm. Some people will get mad at me, but anyway, here we are. Hey there, Super Nick. Last row, Martin. Last row. Let's see. Let's do a drum roll. Let's see if it got any surprises in it. I don't think so. 25.5, probably not. Sometimes you get that last row magic, though. Sometimes you can find some last row magic. I know. You know, like I told Hannah, I used to back in the day I had to work. Man, I was going in there getting that shot in each hip, taking everything I could take to try to be able to survive to get back to work. But man, I ain't got to go to work no more. I can sit at home and enjoy having the flu for a few days. And that could be too, Michael Harrison. It could just be a sick of clad thing. Martin, I'm sorry. So I'm going to go ahead and you got 140 here already. Actually, you got 2 since you got both boxes. So I'm going to go ahead and add the new and improved Skunk 40 to your tab there, and I'm going to let you pick another box. If you are within hearing, if you can hear the sound of my voice, Martin Bowen, we need another box pick. You got DB1 or F1234. 1, 2, 3, 4. Well, when you sit, you can see yourself, you can say, I am just not washing clothes today. I'm not going to clean that sink. I'm not going to wash those dishes. That grass can wait. And you can just sit there and be miserable happily, you know. No worries. See you, Paul. Tea time, tea time. Well, I appreciate you climbing that tree to get that signal, tea time. We appreciate you being in. All right, Cheetah Chat, it's been put on you. I'm going to try not to do a poll. So we got one. Well, I will. I'll do a poll. Let me see if I can get 5 people on the poll. 5 items. So we got, give me just a second. All right, so the poll is up. Here's what we're going to do. Can't get everything on there. So you're on the poll, you have the choice of DB1, flat 1, flat 2, flat 3. If you think flat 4 is the box, put it in chat because we can't get a count on the poll. So I'm going to start it now. Choose either flat 4 in chat or one of the picks in the poll. We'll let that run a little bit. I think I'm going to downgrade the Diet Mountain Dew while that's going on. I'll be right back. Michael Erickson said F4, and in the, we got, looks like F2 is going to be runaway winner by a good bit. 58% of the votes. So I'm going to go ahead and get that one out. We're going to go with that one. F2. I'm going to end the poll. Good luck, Martin Bowen. Thank you for helping out, chat. End that. And so could be we do another box. We took about an hour to get that one done. If we get this one done in good time, hopefully we're going to have so much silver and stuff to scope in it that we will just run out of time. So that's going to be the goal. So trying to see, there's some new enders. They are circulated enders on one side. Some of them are double-sided. It looks huntable, but I don't see any silver, but nor did I see any silver in any of the boxes this weekend, including the one that I found all the goodies in. So whoopsie. Oh, I knocked my speaker off. Give me just a second. All right. Sometimes my desk is like one of those coin pushers, you know, you see at the carnival where you drop the coins in and then it kind of bridges and it pushes all the other coins. So sometimes I've cleaned my desk so much that everything ends up on the end, and then I push one more thing on and boom. We'll point out that we got all yellow rows in this box. So I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing. I do know for a fact that at least one of the other boxes had black rows. So this is a thing that we have been going through in my area, where I am getting black rows and yellow rows in boxes. And it looks like we are going to have a full NF string and sun hunt here for a change. I know some of the other double flat boxes rather are black rows. Let's see, I need to check that out. So let's see. Maybe this is good juju. Good juju. Martin needs some good juju. He's been fighting Mother Nature out there in his part of the woods. You got all NF string. Oh, I've gotten several, Otis. A few weeks ago, I had one that was almost a third yellow rose, and none of the yellow rose had anything in them. And I found a Benji in the black rose, like third from the end. I had a box this week that had like 6 yellow rows in it. So I've been getting these mixed boxes pretty regular of late. And it was all of a sudden, we went for years, a couple years with just black rows. It went from the yellow NF string and sun rows to black rows, and now it's back again. So you never know. It's like a box of chocolates. Like a box of chocolates. $71D. But I know for a fact the end was kind of open on one of them, and I saw black rows in it, so we may have some of those boxes on the floor that are still mixed. And then some of them may be all one or the other. So it's just, you never know here lately. You never know. All right, roll 2 in the book. Roll 2 in the book. And I don't know, but I look at these rows as compared to the black rows, and I don't guess they can necessarily be old, since we're seeing coins from, you know, the last year or so in them. There's 21s and 22s and 23s like that. So that's a 23. So I don't, you know, but they look they just don't look as crisp as the black rose do for some reason. I might be reading more into that than it's worth, but 71D. $72D. Appreciate you again for donating, Mr. Bowen. I do appreciate it. You are a regular contributor to the box hunt process. It's very much appreciated. 72. Hope we can find you some goodies. Did Rick find silver last week? I kind of faded out. I don't know what was going on. It may have been a ball game or something on last week. Was Rick able to eke some silver out last week? I guess it shouldn't be too much longer than he might start being back on Tuesdays. Surely to goodness they got to be getting into the neighborhood. $71. $2021, $2023. So far, that's been the newer dates. $71. Did you guys see where Rob had posted the Sachs and Bowers auction on that 83 copper cent that sold? Yeah, there's a follow-up now. There was one that sold in front of it and that thing for $20,000, and the one that the kid found, it had a straight grade, but it did have an environmental defect or something on the cheek, and it ended up going for $9,000. I think it's all, aside from what the auction house takes away, I believe it's all supposed to go to his family, I'll put it that way. I don't know. You can take that however you want it, but I'm pretty sure it's all the proceeds will go to him except for what the auction house takes away from it, which is not insignificant. No, not for Not for a penny. I mean, literally, they got a penny in it. Turned 1 cent, 1 red cent into $9,000. It's a pretty good return on your money in my book. Even a dummy like me can figure out that was a good deal. Yeah, all that figures in, Tom, you're correct. You know, you got to pay them taxes. And I think that was the intent. I want to say he was a young teenager, maybe 14 or something like that. I read the whole deal. I was not in on it, but as far as I was current with all the information as it was coming out, as it was coming out though, you know, and he said that he just always bounced those 83s when he was hunting pennies. And of course, you know, y'all know me, I wouldn't have caught that one. But he had heard one sounded different, but it was off to the races after that. So bounce your 83s, ladies and gentlemen. Everybody but me. I have to weigh my 83s. We'll see how the week goes. I'm not going to commit to anything yet, but I may do a midday stream this week sometime with nickels. I need to at least get a couple $100 of these nickels searched and back to the bank. They're starting to pile up. So if I do, it'll be early. It'll be noon, 1 o'clock, something like that. There's a 2020 NIFC. But I will schedule it if I plan on doing it, the day I plan on doing it. I will maybe put hey, I'm going to do this on Discord. Yeah, there you go, that thing. You never know. I mean, how many of you went back through your buffalo nickels when we found that nickel that night? I know I did. As soon as it was over, man, I was going through like, where are those tubes of buffaloes? I know I got them in there somewhere. $72p. There was an update for my stream deck as I was getting ready to get going. I'm like, nope, not doing that. Not now. I'll do it during the week. Never update system before you stream. Warning. Warning. That one's got a bunch of new ones in it. That's the exception to the rule there, Martin. That was a row that was pretty much all new but a few coins, but that's the only one I have seen so far that I'm not happy with the circulation on it. And even it wasn't all 2023s, it was a mix of all of them. 71D. Somebody wrote $5.98 on that one. $47 people up in here. I like the way the rows are looking. This could be a box we could find something in, Martin. I ain't giving up on it yet. Michael Rose comes in with a win on the slot. Look at him go. Look at him go. What are you going to do with all those walkers, Michael Rose? What are you going to do? I almost bought a 47D at Rob's stream last night. I threw a few dollars at it, but it got out of realm of sensibility, and I got out. But he's right. I don't know how many of you have completed Walker albums, but that 47D's a little lower mintage, I guess. I looked at, I think 3 million or something like that on the 47D. And I have upgraded all those later years, but that one still is, it's still in good shape. It's got a nice detail to it, but it's not mint state. And he had a nice one. I started to push it on up there to try to buy it, but I didn't want to pay. I think I got up to $120 before I pumped the brakes and let somebody else have it. $125, I think, was my last bid. Here's another one. Got a lot of new ones, but it's exception, not the rule, Martin. It's exception, not the rule. Copper Al was on there shooting the big guns now. $71D. 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 Hard to find. Hey there, Billy Billy. Billy Billy Billy. Got your package in the mail. Should be coming any day. It was a couple of days ago I got it sent, but you should be getting that not too far in the distant future. 73. Billy Billy. Billy Billy Billy. 71. I went to a new bank yesterday. Not a new bank, well, another branch of the credit union that I use. We've got, I don't know, at least six branches in town spread from the far south end to the far north end. And I happen to have a package, a friend of mine I had had for a while, of some baseball cards she wanted me to look through, and football and what have you. And so I misplaced them. I would kind of, you know, when you get old, I tell you, you just forget stuff. And I had moved them and didn't remember moving them. And then like days later, I walked by and saw paper towels on the kitchen table where that box of cards were. And I'm like, I said, well, maybe, because I go to basketball games with her husband sometimes. And so I said, I probably gave them to him one night when he came by. You know, we went to a game together. I said, yeah, that's it. So I sent her a text and said, yeah, I said, because I had a little vial of pennies that she wanted me to look through too. And I so I thought, well, I need to get those to her. I can't believe that I gave the box back and didn't give the pennies. Have surgery on Monday. That should help. Well, I hope so, Billy. I'll put you on the little prayer list there. Say some prayer for you. Thank you for letting us know you needed help. But so I texted her and said, yeah, I said, I guess Richard might have that box of cards in the back of his truck, in the back seat of his truck, but I forgot to send the pennies. I said, I'll drop them by one day when I'm out. She said, well, it might be, but I haven't seen them, and he hasn't said anything about it. Well, that got me worried. So I found them. I had moved them into the front of the house where all the other junk is, and so I found them. I was like, I am not, those are going, I'm going to pick those up, carry those now, right now, get them out of my house so that I don't have to keep up with them anymore. And so we got over there. We haven't talked in a while. She was update me on the grandkids and this and that, and then she asked me about some silver. I'm sorry, blistering. I can stop it. I can stop it. If you're having to get up, you have to get up every 15 minutes then, right? Every 15 minutes you have to get up. But anyway, as I was talking to her, she asked me about, she brought a sterling cup out, silver. She asked, I wanted to know if it was silver. And it had the silver tarnish on it. It didn't have 925 anywhere that I could see, but it had a stamp, a manufacturing stamp on the bottom. And I want to say it said American Silver or American Silverware Company. Did I take a picture of it? don't think I took a picture of it. I magnified it trying to see what the emblems and all were saying on it. So has anybody ever bought sterling silver knives, forks, spoons, and that sort and turned them around for anything? I mean, you know, I told her if it's sterling at 925, I looked up what it was going for, and I said, well, she had 4 of those cups, among other things. She's like, I'm not ever going to do nothing with them. And so I don't know if I would want to try to buy them, but I've got a safe bottom full of sterling silver. I don't really think the dealers like to buy it. Have any of you ever sold sterling? Yeah, he did. He bought some and melted it. I'm definitely not in the gonna melt it game, so I would be just into wanting to send it on to the next guy game, but I'm not really familiar with moving sterling silver, 925 silver. How easy is it to get bullion places to buy it? I've got, I don't know how many ounces of sterling silver jewelry in the bottom of the safe from an old business venture that Allison did years ago. But those, I guess it's a chalice. It's like a wine cup or whatever, you know, and they're heavy. I mean, they're probably at least a few ounces a piece, 3 ounces, 4 ounces a piece. Got a real heavy base on them. So she's kind of acting like she ain't going to do nothing with them, so I didn't know if she was hinting at me if I wanted to buy them or how she could handle it. See, if you go somewhere to sell it, they're not going to want to give you over probably $60 an ounce right now at sterling, probably at 75. They'll want to lowball you. And so I'm not really interested in having sterling per se, so I would not want to give her melt for it either, to be honest. Yeah, well, let me know what you end up doing with it. I don't really have access to a melter, so I'll talk to the guys. I mean, I don't know them. They're not like great buddies of mine that just, you know, looking for me to walk through the door every day. But next time I go in one of those places, I might ask them a few questions about it just to get an idea for them. Yeah, no, I've got one guy that does, you know, he's a coin shop, and I got another guy here in town that just what's up, old gas man? Last show I had some sterling in mine. They sorted through. Yeah, handed the sterling one back to you. Yeah, it's hard to get rid of. It is hard to get rid of, so. But she's got several items that will be, you know, of some value to somebody. I'm just not thinking it's me. or how I would love to help her turn it into cash money if she wanted to. They're building a new house, so that's always a big expense. So what's up there, Kevin? Nothing going on here so far. $71D. $45 people up in here. Messing around, lurking. You didn't go to Tennessee last night, Kevin? $71. Yeah, thanks, Billy. Thanks for keeping up with that for me. Okay. Oop, BH ringer hit the slots. $71D. $71D. DDD. There's a big spender copper owl. High state auctioneer. And Landscaper Life done made its way down. How you doing, good sir? Making it pretty good on the right side of the daisies, so we're going to call that a win. taking lunch break? Well, I appreciate you, brother. Spending your hard-earned lunch break with us. I guess your season's starting to take off up there in your area. $71D. Yep, I'm sure. I washed my truck like Wednesday, and Thursday you couldn't even tell what it had done. Tell that I had washed it. Kind of a waste of money to wash one this early in the year. 71. $72. $72D. Oh yeah, we don't do salt down here though, unless in extreme situations. We didn't hardly ever hit extreme this year, unfortunately. Not like a lot of you guys had to deal with. The weather's topsy-turvy, but never as bad as some of you guys get up there. Usually here they don't hardly, they put sand on the bridges and stuff. I'm sure there's some type of road salt associated there too, but at the most it only happens about once or twice a year. Yeah, that was a good box there, Kevin. That would have been fun. That would have been a fun one to hunt. That's not the doorbell blistering. Don't get up. Tell you what, of all the albums you can do, a proof album of any coin is beautiful. Don't get up, blistering. Don't get up. Got $50 worth and filled most of a state quarter book and finished my granddaughter's. Cool. I've got a silver proof album for both the state and the America the Beautiful quarters. What's up, KCB? All right, well, good man. Good man. That's service and faith in action there, my friend. I appreciate you. Giving of your time is a good thing to do. Have a new concrete driveway. I don't like salt. I take sand or chicken grit. Yeah, I can see that. Some of those really cold places up there have, you know, hot water pipes under their drive to melt the snow. I've seen those, some kind of warm up system. Well, if you did like a silver quarter proof album, you know, and you didn't get crazy about it, you know, every few months, if you got a little bit of money, you know, you can, if you got access to coin shows or a coin shop or something like that, you pick up 2 or 3. You're not, oops, silver serpent hit the slots. You're not breaking the bank, you know, you always can go and look for that next one. So, it's something you can do slowly but surely, and they're plentiful enough that, you know, you should be able to find all of them pretty easily at coin shops or on eBay or... Martin, this has been a couple of drab boxes, buddy. I am sorry. I'm glad you weren't just studying the screen watching it. That might have been a problem. We didn't have Valerie on here calling for the silver. Morris's nose has been stuffed up with pollen, so we didn't have nobody to sniff it out today, so that might have been what come up. That might have been the problem. I got an idea. We still got time. It's not even 1 o'clock yet. I think I'm going to let 2 people. Aaron, are you still in the chat? If are you interested in buying a box in the blind? If not, I'll tell you what we might do. I think I may open. Hey, John Knudsen, CERN, our little budget. Yeah, exactly. Well, you know, and it's all just money. I mean, you know, you're just doing a little savings account. And if, you know, if times got tough, overtime went away or whatever, you can go cash that in and you haven't lost anything. You know, it's a fun way to save some money and have a little something for a rainy day if you ever needed it, but to enjoy it, to look at it, for sure. Yeah, see, my cheering group was gone. We had the nose of Texas and the rose of Texas were out of commission today, so that threw the whole boxes off. We didn't have the silver sniffer, and either one of them calling for silver today. Three more rows. 2 NIFCs for the whole 2 boxes. So anyway, I was thinking, it's not really fair, you know, for people to take a chance on blind boxes. And so I'm going to let the chat pick 2 boxes. I'm going to open them. And if we see enders, I will let you try to buy the box. And since it's got enders, you can buy it for double what the blind price is. So it would be $130. You would get the silver as normal and a 1-box hunt, but you got guaranteed silver looking at you. If we don't, then we will hunt it. We will just hunt one of them to use the rest of our time up. So I'm going to let y'all pick 2 boxes. I'm going to open them live. If we see enders, you will have the chance to buy them, to buy one. And if we don't see enders, I'm going to open them, and we'll, if we find anything, we'll sweeten up the giveaway pile. Because we got another hour, we need to spend. So if we open one, got 8 Benjis sitting on the end, you can get it for $130. He did, I think, but I haven't seen him. That's why I was asking him if he was interested in a box, just to pick a box. And I haven't seen him in a while, so I, you know, not really if he wants to, great. That would be wonderful. But if not, we can make something work. So. I've got three more flat boxes, and I got one double stack you can pick from. He said here, I don't have him on that chat, on live chat. I'm still here just thinking, okay, well, I'm finishing up here, so they're not very good, Billy. Aaron, I'm not going to lie to you. It's been a tough hunt. I will say the other boxes are rolled different, but I don't, I can't give you anything aside from that. So you let me know. I'm going to run to the restroom, wash my hand. So while you're thinking, I know one of the boxes, F1, I see black rose. Now it could be half yellow rose, I don't know. I saw black rose in F3. In F4, I don't have a clue. So you think about it a minute. I'm going to go to the bathroom and wash my hand, and I will be right back. There's no pressure, Aaron. I'm fine either way, but it's up to you. I'll be right back. All righty. Yeah, Michael, he can if he wants. He doesn't, and if I open them, there's nothing in them. He don't have to buy them. But if if I open them and he's got enders, then he can get the box, but it'll be double price. All right, he said he'll take a box, have the chat picked from the boxes that have black rose showing. Okay, I'm going to put these up here, Michael. these are the choices. I put them in the chat. This box was open on the end, so there's your black rose. Now it could have yellow rose in it. I can't promise. And I'm going to make a new poll. It's going to be F3 or F1. Going to be F3 or F1. All right. And then here's the other one. I can just see the edge of a black rose sticking out right here because the box was tore. So there's black rose there. So I can assure you, Aaron, that there is one black rose in both of these boxes. Without a doubt. Without a doubt. Thank you, Aaron. I appreciate you. I appreciate you. We'll let it run just a minute. We got an hour for pause. It's going to work out great. We will be right on time, maybe a little after 2 getting done. So we got 16 votes. We probably don't have 16, but 16 people or so in chat. Yeah, that's about right. All right, we're going to go with that. I don't see but 16 or so people in chat, so we're going to go with that. It's going to be F1 for the win. And then, Kevin, you will be getting these 2 boxes. So you will be getting F3 and F4, Kevin. Now you can, if you want to, Kevin, I've got 2 more boxes at the other bank that I'm going to pick up Monday. So I've got 2 more flat boxes coming, but I couldn't pick them up. It was 53% for F1 when I looked at it, and I called it at that. So we're going to go with that one, and now it's tied. So we're just going to go with F1 unless Aaron wants to go one way or the other. Now that we have a tie, Aaron, do you want to pick which one you want to go with? Because now we're back at F1. Now we're back tied. F1 tied. F1. Sound good? All right. F1 it is. I'm going to end poll. Thank you, Aaron. I appreciate you, brother. I appreciate you. F1, Formula 1. Black Rose, I see them all on the end. Whew, well circulated. Well circulated. Black Rose box. See a few new ones. That's a 2023. That's a 2021. So got a few new enders, but look to be pretty well circulated. Good luck, Aaron, and thank you, my friend. I appreciate you. Aaron's been a long-time channel member or channel subscriber and supporter. And let me go ahead and get you an envelope fixated. Excuse me. So you get a 40%er for participating. And if the box is a skunk, I'll add another one to it. I owe Martin one. I didn't put it in there yet. So Martin, you're getting 4 40%ers for 2 skunks and for 2 boxes bought. So that's done. Got Aaron started. All right, here we go. Row number 1. It is now, Michael, I'm sorry. Yeah, just a little late. Aaron stepped up there, but hey, I'll have more boxes next week. So if you they're fair now, probably half new ones there. So let's see. We may have to go to the other box if this one's too much. If it's not circulating enough. All those were 2023s. So let's do a few rows before I make my mind up on where to offer another box. Change this out. I'm back. Computer updated. No, boxes are not doing okay. Have been very slow. We had a hot streak last week with boxes and was hoping for a continuation, but was not to be so far. Now Aaron might change the scenario on that. He was kind enough to purchase a box, even though we were waiting and cladding them. But he stepped on up. He's a trooper, I'll tell you that, Aaron. He ain't scared. He said, I ain't scared. Show me the silver. Show me the silver. I ain't scared. That one's got 4 new ones in it. 71. 72. 72. So are y'all in the middle of baseball season yet, Michael? You must be. I know Hudson's playing a lot, so surely y'all were, crap, y'all might even be close to being done by now. Thank you, BH Ringer. Got 8 new ones in that one. 71. 71. We start at the end of the week. All righty. Oh, y'all, I guess y'all weren't able to do any spring games down in Florida this year. I remember you and your son kind of did an epic trip to Florida last year. Father-son gig. It was funny. I sent a message out to my family about Jacob's decision and Sarah Beth setting a date. I kind of got a little ahead of myself when I sent the message. I didn't put the year. I just put 4/10. And my aunt thought that was in a month. She said, next month? I'm like, oops, sorry, no. 2027. Calm down. Hey there, G-Dub. Were you thinking about sending me that note? Or at least sending me a picture of it to evaluate it, G-Dub? Every other year? Yeah, it sounds good. Every other year sounds doable. That had 4 new ones in a row, all 2023 Ps. '23s and '21s. '74D. I'm not waiting. I'm not in any hurry, so I do have something to send in to NGC, but not to PMG. So I knew you had mentioned it. I'm not in any rush. So I didn't buy anything at the show that's got to go when I went. So I am fine and waiting, fine with just hanging on. I won't necessarily be waiting for you. You know, one day I may wake up and decide to do it, I'll do it. But if between that time you decide you wanna give it a shot, I'll send it for you. 71. None, Martin. I told them we didn't have the silver sniffer from Texas or the Texas Rose. They're 2019 in here rooting on the silver. So it was just awful. I mean awful. 2 NIFCs. 2 NIFCs. I'm not going there. Now, me personally, you know, hey, I know they're good, that she's a good woman, so I wouldn't have a problem with it. So, yeah, that's what they want to do. I'd save a lot of money for a honeymoon, right, Kevin? There's a 2003 NIFC. It's going to be we found more NIFCs in 8 rows than we did in 2 boxes. So, thank you, Aaron. I appreciate you, brother. So you will get 2 40s at least if we skunk the box, and if not, you'll get a 40 and whatever silver we find. Hey, what up, Candy King? Where in the world have you been? Where have you been? We have been struggling mightily. Thank you, Martin. I appreciate you, brother. I appreciate you. It was tough. I know you had stuff going on, so I was joking. I hope you understand. But it does help when I got Valor in the background saying, "Come on, Silver Sammy." Gabe was having to carry the whole Bowen family today. Thank you, Aaron. I appreciate that, brother. Aaron joined our channel membership. Sir Benji from the grave, back in the land of YouTube living, jumps in the chat. How are you doing, Sir Benji? Sir Benji, there's not a stream goes by that we don't have somebody on here say, "Hey, have you heard from Sir Benji lately?" Never. Not a stream goes by. So you are well and sorely missed, my friend. I hope you are doing well in whatever endeavors you may have been getting up to. I don't even know what to call that one. That's a namaste coin. That's a namaste coin, I guess. Somebody painted it, or somebody Sharpie markered it. 82p. $71D. Every time I come across a row, Sir Benji, that got 4 or 5 bicentennials in a row, I think about you. So, Kevin, I got these other 2 boxes on the floor here that if you want to give Jacob a heads up, if he's coming by one day, he can pick them up. I am doing better feel like a whole person again. Was in a deep pit I put myself in, can finally, well, good, Sir Benji. Look, you know, you got my email. I'll send you my number if you ever need to talk. And heck, I'll talk and pray with you if you need me to, for sure. And I will pray for you anyway. But if you just need to unload verbally with somebody, you are always free to call. (2003). Let me update the board. We got 5 NIFCs. I know that's not, you know, horn blowing news, but it is current. We got 3 in this one box, so I mean, it is life. I know it's not, you know, Bed of Roses life, but it is at least some life. We haven't seen much life yet. And Martin, I don't know if you saw it on that double stack box, was full of yellow rose. The whole box. The whole box had NF String and Son in it. So these flat boxes are all over the place. Happy Saturday, Deborah Waltz. What is up with you? $71. I saw it said good question. I was like, well, what was the question? It's already gotten winter back down here again. We're getting down into frost warnings, even this far south. And then it jumps up into the 70s and 80s during the daytime. It's been 40, 50 degree swings every day of late. You have the air conditioner on when you go to bed. Then you have to get up and run into the den and switch it over to heat for a little bit before you get up. That time of year, if you don't like the weather in Alabama, just wait a minute. Just wait a minute. $72D. just want warm weather. I want to get outside. I want to do metal detecting. I want to do stuff, barbecue, enjoy the outside. Nothing wrong with that. I don't know. I've always heard that, the winter blues and depression and all is a big thing is a real problem up in y'all's area. I mean, down here we can fish. I mean, we can put a boat in the water year round. There's a 2020. It's gonna be another NIFC. So it's never too cold to fish. It may be colder than you want it to be to fish, but we don't have to break ice to do it. And I've caught some big fish in January and February through the years. What's up, Chris? Chris Helms in the house. 72D. 72P. $71D. $2022, $2023. We're getting all the 20s in there. Oh, Michael Erickson for the win. I am all healed up after being laid up for 2 years. Need to lose more of this. Well, getting moving, I'm sure. So your legs are all healed up? Is that what you're trying to tell me? That you are through all of that misery you have been going through for so long? I am so proud of you, my friend, for staying with it and getting the treatment that you needed. And that is a great, great piece of news for the day. We'll take that. Everybody needs some good news with all the turmoil in the world right now. So I'm gonna take that as my good news for the day. Nick Molnar is healed. 71. $72. I know Allison's had those legs issues for many, many years. I know it was no fun. Alrighty, come on, box. See what we can do here. Yeah, well, I mean, activity will help you with that, right, Nick? Just like you said, getting out, going for a walk, working in the garden, metal detecting, bending down, picking up all that treasure you're going to find. Yeah, if you need yoga, I know a good place in Denver got yoga mats. Just saying. Tell them, Billy. Tell them, quit hiding. Quit hiding the silver. All these nice people coming in wanting to see a little ring-a-ding-ding, and the boxes are just being downright uncooperative. You needed that laugh, didn't you, Michael? too. Looked silvery on the end. It was a 97. It was a 97 faker. Well, you're doing. It's the little things you do right there, Nick. It's the small things you do for us. Jim Thompson says, Benji, 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 Benji. And a bunch more Benjis. Let's go, Benji. Oh yeah, it's been a ride. You know, it was at 110 not too long ago, Sir Benji. So it kind of made a fall back into the 70s, and now it's creeping back up again. Creeping back up again. A row of 90%ers cost you over $500 now. $71. I hope so too, Lisa. I tell you what, they're doing some miraculous things with the treatments and infusions and things they can do now for different maladies. So I hope it is exactly what you need. Exactly what you need. We'll certainly pray that it is so. One had an edge on it that fooled me for 2.3 seconds there. It weren't what I was hoping it was going to be. After we get this box done, we should be done by time, especially if we don't start end on some interesting things. I'll open that other double stack box and we'll just see what it looked like from the end. No fake. Come on out. Come on out, says Billy. Come on out. Three new ones in that one. Didn't see anything silvery. I am incapable of seeing a 40%er though, unless it's like a SMS 65 or something. It's got to be a blinger for me to see it from the edge. Yesterday was first, well, no, in a few weeks, with a long day yesterday, tired out today. I did dishes, it's expensive. Thank God for good insurance. There you go, amen, sister. No, Martin, the flat box, the second box that the chat picked was all yellow rose. All yellow rose. 72. Ooh, look at Billy go. Look at Billy go. 71D. Billy for the win. He gets the cup. Yeah, that would have been strange. That would have been super strange. We'd have known something was up then. $72p. And a D. Has anybody found any of the new $50 in rolls yet? I know there has been a few, I think, people that have gotten boxes of them, but I have not heard of many that have found a out of the blue 2026 in a box. VMC found some. Oh, cool. Cool, cool. Four nickels. I haven't found any nickels yet now. Like I said, I got $700 worth of nickels over there, so I need to start getting through them. Maybe there's some in there. Need to start getting through them. They're starting to pile up. Had a box, took out 2 rows for myself of nickels. Nice, nice. See, I wish I had the power of like RFT. He just takes the whole box back. Says they're uncirculated. He just takes the whole box back to the bank, and they take them. You know, the only way I'm able to get halves are that the banks I get them from. You know, one of the first promises I had to make was that I won't bring them back. So you know, I don't have the power of the big players to be able to take uncirculated coins back to them. I just have to chuck them and dump them. Because somebody had boxes full of 2024s last night. Somebody said they would buy a couple of rows, and he said he didn't really want to do that because it's easier for him to take full boxes back uncirculated than it is for him to sell 2 rows and take 48 rows back. I'm like, so it must be nice. I just have to eat them, stick them back in the coin machine. Feed them in the coin machine. I went to a new one. I think I've heard Kevin talk about the one out toward County High as not being a good machine. But I was out that way at a friend's house, and so I thought, well, I got these coins. I think I would just drop by and just put them in there instead of driving. I had to go by the other bank, so it really didn't matter one way or the other. But I said, well, I'll try that one. Ain't been there. I like kind of, because I take so many back, I don't like to take them all back to one machine. Somebody comes in that, you know, needed to cash their coins in for money for this or that. I try not to overload one machine. Anyway, so I went to that one and I dumped the first little bag, so $100 worth, 10 rows. I dumped that whole bag in at a time. I haven't had any trouble anywhere, mainly because like the whole bag doesn't just go. Yeah, that was it. That was it, gas man. It was slow. I had to slow down. So I dumped that $100 bag in, and just like he said, the belt squaw started giving me a fit. She came and reset it a couple, 2 or 3 times, and was able to get those to go through, and then I got the rest of them through. I just I had to take it a little easier on those, but I don't think I'll go back there again unless I just don't have a choice. I was paying in cash to my post office, took a £5 note off me, said it was fake. They had to take it out of circulation. I know the Canadians, you know, I saw probably Nick or some of those that were doing Canadian coins, and it's pretty common to find fake coinage when they're going through their coins, and they can spot them right off. So you were just out $5. They took it from you, and you had no recourse to get any compensation, huh? That would be not fun. That would be a bad thing. Go in with £5 and walk out with nothing. I see news articles occasionally about fake bills. I haven't ever, I guess, encountered one. There's the 2024. I told you the new ones have been all over the spectrum. 71D. Yeah, so they just like use them as as face value, Nick. I mean, you don't get hit. If you lay those on the counter at the bank, they still take them for $2 or whatever. I guess it would be cheaper just to go ahead and do that than to spend the expense of trying to get all those out of circulation. You know, I mean, it might be fake, but it looked the same as the others, so just call it $2 would be cheaper than all the investigation to go to get them out of there. Now that could be a problem. $50 and $100 bills is a little different scenario. 50s and 100s would be a little different scenario. We had to take a lot of fake £1 coin here in UK, so the Royal Mint changed up. 71D. That would be a good Jeopardy question. I watch Jeopardy every night. I'll record it and watch it. It could do something about Henning. Because didn't Henning try to print $5 bills first, and he got put in prison for it? And then when he got out, he tried faking nickels. All right, there in the last 10 rows, my friend. I appreciate you donating. I'm sorry. I was hoping that your gut was talking to you and it was going to be loaded. We got 10 rows to do something. Shoot in here amongst us. Because one of us got to have some relief. $71D, $73D, 2022, 2023. Pause spare time coming up. Yep, we're 20 minutes away. We're going to be perfect unless we find 63 silver coins in the next 10 rows, and we have to look at all of them. We should be fine. $2016. 72. So Pa is so excited about having double stack boxes. He's opened a couple. They found some proofs, a few things, nothing crazy, but I talked to him earlier in the week, and he was like, "You will never believe I went by the new bank, and guess what I got?" So he is super excited to be able to sample some of the double stack boxes. And I'm excited for him. I know there's been some big flat boxes, but if you just look at the live stream history, and y'all can correct me or give me your opinion if you think it's different, but the 2004 NIFC But it seems like that all of the big boxes that I've ever seen have been double stack boxes. Now there's been some big boxes, but I mean like huge monster boxes. 70 plus coins. Let me put it that way. 70 plus coins. Majority of them 90s, that kind of box. There's a 2020. Have all been double stack. The one I got with Copper Owl was a double stack. The one hunting Southwest Ohio hunted with me was a double stack. Billy SC hit it again. $82p. Okay, there you go, Brian. Thank you for. I figured they were out there, you know. So I appreciate you giving me that feedback. Because the only sampling that I had was people that have live streamed them, and so yeah, so they're out there even in the flat boxes. I have found numbers, you know, but nothing. Not that many. Not that many. Not in a flat box. And the box before that one had 45, I think it was. Michael Erickson bought it, gave it to Jim Cantor. Man, there is a beauty. It's got some Ring of Death on it. That's a pretty bicentennial. 5 rows to go, Aaron. Again, I appreciate you donating. Man, no proof, no sticker coins, just clad. Weather report, sunny and hot, partly cloudy. Yeah, that would be tough. Now, usually when you see fake bills here that they see it on the news, it's usually $100 bills. I saw a movie. How many of y'all saw that Prime Video, the Reacher series, where those guys was washing old bills and making hundreds out of them? It's a pretty 73D. $20.20. Two rows to go, Aaron. $2005 NIFC. All right, we are wrapping her up. So I got giveaways to do. I got it probably, where are we at? I got at least at least we're 75 likes, right? 73. Y'all need to get 2 likes in to be able to get the other giveaway. 2 likes have to come in. I see 73, and that's what I'm going by on my screen. So if you haven't hit that like button, then there's 74. Need 1 more on my screen. I'm going by my screen. 1 more on my screen to get these 75 likes, which I'm doing all 40%ers today. I had a 90% Benji for 100 likes. Need 1 more. I don't see it. I don't see 75 yet. I got 1 row to go. Once I start the giveaway, that's going to be it. It'll either be 1 or it'll be 2. 1 or 2. Golly, I saw that 80. I thought that was going to be a last row magic, but it wasn't there. And my heart stopped just for a minute. I thought we were going to eat 1 out at the end. I thought we were going to eat 1 out at the end, but it was not to be. All right, that's it. Aaron, I appreciate you, brother. I am sorry to you and Martin that it was such bad hunting today. There's 75. All right. Y'all did it. So I'm going to add you another 40%er. I will get those out to you, Aaron. I appreciate you kicking in and helping out. It does benefit the stream a lot, and I appreciate your support. So we ended up total with... 11 NIFCs. Let me update that. While that's going, I'm going to get the giveaway running, and then I'm going to get that double stack box, and we'll open it just to see what it looks like while we are waiting on the giveaway. So we're doing 50, 75 likes, and EOS will be, let's do another 40 for the EOS. I had a good week on silver this week with the boxes I hunted. Let's just give it back to you. We're going to do 3 40s for the giveaways today. So I'm going to do 2. These will be drawn back to back. You have 2 minutes. 2 minutes to get in. And then I will do the EOS. Everybody is eligible for the EOS. Everybody is eligible for the EOS, and while that's running, I'm going to update the NIFCs and get that box. Oops, get that box out. 11 total. All right, here's the lonely old double stack. Nobody loved it. Nobody loved it. They changed the tape up on these. They went, usually they go either all the way across and make the corner, and then for a while we got them that were taped across this way. So now it's like almost all the way across. Kevin and I have been paying attention to that. I don't think it really has meant anything, but it's always interesting to look for variances in the boxes to see, well, was that one loaded with silver, or, you know, what did it look like? It's a 25, 35. We'll weigh a few. We got 16 seconds to go. 25, 51. 25.44, 25.51. So nothing crazy. Oop, there's a 26.21 in that row. Y'all want me to open that row, see what's in it? Do you want me to open the 26.21 to see if there's anything in it? Yes or no? I got, the last one I weighed was 26.21. Yes, says Dad Spirit Chain. What do you mean, do you want to? All right, what I'm going to do is I'm going to extend resume entries on the giveaway in case somebody was late. And while that's running, I'm going to open this row. It weighs 2628. So usually that means there might be a 90 in there. It's not an ender. Not an ender. Not an ender. Not an ender. And I don't see it even laid out, so had a couple of really shiny bicentennials. No, 26 rows. So, you know, you can weigh them if you want, but it really doesn't mean a lot. That whole row, 26, over 26. Over a 26 ounce, 26 gram roll with no silver. So, them's the breaks. All right, I'm going to close the entries now. We're going to pull 2 names for the likes. And let me change screens. See if that's going to work. No. Give me just a second. And then we're right 5 minutes before pile. That is perfect timing if I do say so myself. Even if I do say so myself. So first winner is going to be 50 likes for 40% Kennedy. It's going to be Tom Thumb. Tom Thumb, congratulations, silver winner. And Chew, 6428. Y'all, neither one of y'all have won in quite a while, so those are certainly some new names. I know y'all won before, but nice to see some new blood in the winner's side. And now I'm going to run the EOS one time. It's going to be another 2 minutes. Oh, you're welcome, Chief. Thank you. I'm going to complete this, and then I'm going to do an EOS. It's going to be for another 2 minutes, and that will be for another 40%er. And then we'll be done. Martin Bowen, Aaron, thank you guys for the support today. Appreciate it a bunch. Appreciate all my mods for being in here today and supporting the stream. You guys rock. Couldn't do it without you. And just sorry the boxes didn't cooperate, you know. I had the good box during the week. I really do always wish that we find those on the thing, but one thing I'm not going to do is see a box that has good stuff in it, even if it's enders, and then, you know, kind of talk it up and put it on the stream. I just don't kind of feel like that don't slide right. So anyway, we're going to just have to hunt them when we find them. You get your choice. I get mine. Sometimes you win. Sometimes I win. Sometimes you win. Sometimes I win. I even tried to give up 5 silvers to start. What are you asking for your boxes nowadays, Eagle Hoarder? I haven't checked you out lately. What are you asking for a box? Is it a good deal? We got 38 seconds. And how you doing, by the way, Mr. Eagle Hoarder? 31 seconds. 23 seconds. And counting. That's true. There you go, Fleabag. That sums it up in a nutshell there. You know, that's why they call it hunting, right? I mean, at the end of the day, that's why they call it hunting. I would still wish that it could somehow or another, you know, be just spread out to the point where you just find 3 in a box, you know, be pretty common. If you hunted 10 box, 7 of them might have 3 in each box. I'd be happy with that. I don't have to hit 106 silver box to be happy. All right, here we go. Here we go. We got picking a winner here, and this is for another 40%er. I tried doing a whole box for 75 to start with 540s, or whole box of 50. Well, I will buy a whole box for 75 if you said it had enders in it. You let me know when you're going to hunt it. Resume entries. No, picking a winner. Picking a winner. Brian Robinson. Brian Robinson. Just let me know when to show up. I will buy a 75 box with enders, you said. Let me know when to show up. I mean, that's a deal you can't pass up. 75, I'll do it. I'm your man. I'm your Huckleberry. Eagle. When you going to hunt it? I'll do $75. Let me know when. Sounds like a deal with me. I haven't hunted with you but once or twice, so it would probably be fun. Let me know when. I'm your Huckleberry. I can hunt it tonight at 8 p.m. I will be there. And I think I've got you in my thing, so I'll shoot you the $75, and I'll see you at 8 tonight Eastern. That's 7 my time. So let me make a note. Well, I'll be there. I'll set me an alarm. 7 o'clock my time. American Eagle Hoarder Monster Box is coming up. I am in. All right, I'm in, Eagle. I got you done. Look, you threw the hook out, and I'm hooked. I am hooked. I will be there. I will see you at 7. So really though, I'll enjoy hunting one with you. I haven't done it in a while, so I look forward to it. I'll see you at 7 o'clock. We're gonna hunt a box with American Eagle Hoarder, and also Hunting Southwest Ohio will be on tonight. He's sold out also, so y'all check him out. It was a 40%er, Brian. I had all 40% Kennedys today. I found several of them this week, so I'm passing it on to you guys. So you got a 40%er coming your way. Coming your way. Cool. Good deal, Eagle Hoarder. All right, so you guys take care. Pa is time, so let's do a WalkerMagnet raid over to Pa and support him today. He's really excited about these double stack. So I just hope they got a ton of silver in them, and he is coming on now. So thanks everybody for the support today. I appreciate all of you. Love you each and every one. Remember one thing as you go through the week: God is good, and I will